Honestly, I just think the objectives are misaligned within academia, within science. I think a lot of people get the sort of overview or the sort of macro stuff. I think people that are in the know get the macro stuff, that it's really about the sort of hidden objectives of like just really people saying that you've got cool ideas and that you're doing good work. That's really the actual objective. But then when you go to quantify that, like what is good work, right? We go to quantify all of this and it turns into a giant mess. And I think it's actually really problematic. We end up like counting, for example, publications or, counting your impact factor and all of that kind of stuff, which is just absolute nonsense. Because, can you actually like think about how nonsense this is, right? So, um, would you say that somebody, so the equivalent of impact factor would be like how many people that you have following you on Facebook, um, right? So, would you say that that person that has 10 million followers on Facebook has is somehow quantitatively better than somebody that has one Facebook follower as a person in whatever particular ideas that they have? No, you would never say that. That sounds stupid, right? Um, and that's kind of the same thing with the sort of objectives and quantifying things within the sort of scientific area. This is not necessarily like, um, you know, it's not that the effort of quantifying things is it's good effort in the sense of what they're trying to accomplish and what the sort of overall objectives within science is trying to accomplish of quantifying things. But um, you have to realize that it often makes no sense. So we need to sort of figure that out. Like, what does a large social, Facebook following mean, anyways? It means that you've just got a large Facebook following. It's the same thing as like impact factor. What does that mean? You just have a large impact factor. Like it's not necessary, and that's a poor name for it. It's just lots of people have cited your work. Um, and like it should be that and it's the same thing as like social media following. You just have a lot of people following you. It doesn't mean that you're a better person or a worse person, or you're more qualified, less qualified, all of that kind of stuff. It's nonsense to think about it in that way. But the world that we live in, everything is quantified, and everything is sort of moving towards that of quantifying it, and often you want to not pay attention to those things. As your physical, what you do on a daily basis, you should never pay attention to that stuff. It's nonsense, right? Like your actual objective is just to do good stuff, think hard, and try hard, and focusing on what happens is nonsense. Yeah, we end up doing that. It's like grades at school, right? Like we end up focusing on the grades and saying I'm smart and you're not based on the stupid grades that you have. But in reality, they're just stupid grades. They don't really say anything about you as a human being or how smart that you actually are or not. It says many things, but not how smart you are. So I think we need to sort of take a step back and think about like, what are we doing here? What does this actually mean? And really think about what it is that we're trying to quantify, and what it is we're trying to do as human beings. For me, we're trying to do good stuff. We're trying to try, and just do good stuff. And that's it. But how do you quantify that? How do you turn that into something where it's something measurable and all of that nonsense? I don't know. That's hard, right? That's where I think a lot of the goal setting and all of that kind of stuff just does not make sense, because it is hard to quantify real life stuff. You could try to quantify it, but it is a giant mess when you try to do it. You can think that you're trying to do it, you think you could do it, but in reality, you can't. So I just want you to take a step back and really question, what does that mean? And what do metrics mean in your life? All right, take care and have a wonderful day.